Hi, this is Stephanie Meisner. I want to thank you so much for coming to your son's parent-teacher conference. Do you have any questions for me before we get started? Anything on your mind? Otherwise, I'll just jump right into it. Bob shows a stronger number recognition is more comfortable when learning in a play-based environment. His letter naming is inconsistent, and he has a difficulty completing multi-step seated tasks. The letter ID and number ID screenings that we did, numbers, he got 18 of the 20, so that's good. He's strong and fluent on that. The letter naming, he got 12 out of 26. It's kind of inconsistent, and he hesitates a lot. The behaviors that I've been seeing in class is I have to frequently redirect him to sit down and to remain on task. He also gets lots of repeated prompts to remain seated and follow directions, and he is very easily distracted. The interventions that he now has is he gets pulled out for speech and math. Then he gets he gets pulled out for speech and math. And then the accommodations that we have in the classroom for him is, of course, redirection and adult prompts. And then I also have implemented a discrete sensory tools that he can have in his pocket or next to him, something to fidget in his hands. And we also have a thing called the calm down corner that if he needs to remove himself from like a group lesson, he can sit over in the calm down corner and with his visual supports and help him calm himself down. He also gets brief sensory movement breaks that helps him get all his little squirmies out, and then he can come back into class. He also gets small group, literacy group, a small group. It's play-based. They meet 3 times a week for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then he has a self-regulation coach that comes in about 2 times a week, briefly, just to keep going, reiterate and keep going, the deep breathing, the squeezing the balls, some of these things that he can practice himself and when and where to do it. And she also comes in and she pairs that with a visual aid and a checklist so he can see it while he's doing it. And then so we can keep progress monitoring. I do implement weekly check-ins for his letter ID and his number ID so we can make sure that he's keep progressing. I also have started a behavioral log, and this is more kind of to keep us all on track of his behaviors and distractions. And if we start noticing a pattern somewhere, that we can automatically add additional support where it's needed. So some suggestions that I would have you do at home is, of course, keep working on recognizing letters and his numbers. I also like to tell parents, like, hey, make it a game. So if you're like in the kitchen cooking, you can ask him like the numbers on a recipe, or if you're measuring things, look at the numbers and see if he can identify the numbers. One that I like doing is when we're driving in the car, if he can find a letter that he knows and points it out and say, hey, what does Target start with? Or what letter is that? And those are some fun ways that he doesn't really know that he's, working, but it's a fun environment for him. Is there any other questions you have for me? I look forward to working with your child some more, and we'll meet back up next quarter to check on his progress and see how he's doing. If you have any questions in the meantime, just shoot me an email. Thanks.